Hey, we'll be back, everybody. Either of these two.
The comfies?
Either of the two with microphones, preferably.
Guy like me.
Oh, man, this is
Very cool about the headphone company too.
very, very nice.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I don't have any headphones.
All right. Can you, John? Can you scoot a little toward the center? Perfect. Will the microphone straight? Okay. All right. Did you get the document? Okay.
Is this better? Since we're both. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There they are.
Yeah.
All right. We are streaming live.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oof.
Hi, America.
Hello.
Hello, America, and the rest of the world.
Neil Bose is drinking a Bud Light
Fuck yeah.
in honor of Thirsty Thursday.
Like that.
Is that what you call Thursdays? Bud Light or Thirsty? Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if you have them with Clamato, you'll stay thirsty. So that's my move.
Oof.
Taco Tuesday. What's Monday? Is Monday anything?
Margarita.
Margarita Monday.
Margarita.
What'd you say?
Yeah, let's stick with margarita.
Yeah, I like margarita better than meatless for sure. All right.
Oh, I thought she said meatloaf.
Oh, that'd be dope too.
Meatloaf Monday.
Meatloaf.
Monday.
Yeah, I'd be into that. Let me turn your microphone up a little. You have such a delicate voice, Aaron.
Thank you. Some would say feminine.
Effeminate.
Feminine. All right, should we get started?
Yeah.
We got people watching. Oh, I should start recording though, shouldn't I?
Yep.
There it is. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Listcast. How's it going? God damn it. Say something, somebody.
Hello,
Oh,
everybody.
shit. Oh,
I was looking at the fans. You can see the fan comments if you
Oh.
want
Oh.
to stroke your own ego and get into battles.
Yeah. If you want to fight with people at any point during this podcast, just pop on over to the comments. Let's introduce our guests. Oh, I should also... Did I already say welcome to Listcast? I'm sure I did. I'm Adam Todd Brown.
Hi, I'm John Fahy.
Hi, and I'm Aaron Pita.
You might know those voices from the Profiles In Eccentricity podcast on the Unpops Network.
Sorry.
Whoops.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. God damn it.
Hell
That's
yeah.
the right one.
There
That's
it
the right
is.
Seems about right to me.
Yeah. We're talking about the best movie reboots / remakes.
Great list cast.
I think we decided
Yeah.
at some point that those are not the same thing, but kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Same enough. I
Yeah.
always associate reboots with franchises
Right.
and remakes with single movies.
Sure.
But
Sometimes a remake will start a franchise.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
John, a franchise is...
Explain it for the people, Aaron.
John, what's a franchise?
A franchise is something you can keep milking for a minute.
I ate at a KFC today.
That's a franchise.
That's a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
It's a franchise I think we can all respect.
Yeah.
Or we could at least respect it a little more, I would think.
I mean, it was run by a colonel, so I
Yeah.
support
Yeah,
the troops.
And they rebooted the Colonel.
They did. They
a
have.
number of times.
Several times.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a new person.
Yeah.
I like to think they're killing off the old ones.
Yes.
Jim Gaffigan's dead somewhere. KFC killed him, which probably will be what kills Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah. It's a small
some
clause in the contract.
Yeah.
A KFC flavored Hot Pocket.
Should we go through the rules? Of course we should. For anyone who's listening for the first time, or Aaron doing the show for the first time,
Hi.
we all brought 5 picks for the best movie remake of all time. We're going to go around the room and go through our picks one at a time, explain to the people why we picked it and why we think it belongs on a list of the 5 best movie remakes ever.
Amen.
And once we do that, that'll take us to a list of 15, and that's too goddamn many. So then we will each take turns cutting 2 from the list.
Mm-hmm.
That's when things get contentious. We do a lot of fighting. There's some crying, a lot of arguing. We need someone in the comments to do our save Who should we need to have them comment?
Help us out, the fans.
Comment a word at us. What word should we have them type in the comments? The first person to type it gets...
Warlock.
First person to type the word warlock in the comments gets to do our save.
And a save is when they pull something from out.
Something that's been deleted.
Okay.
That we've done away with.
Got it.
They'll bring it back saying, "Hey, hold on, that's not fair."
Right.
And then that will bring us back up to a list of 10, and then we put it out to the people, and they vote
For the top 5.
for the top 5.
Great.
And if your pick gets number 1, you win.
Yeah.
You win a goddamn trophy.
Now we're talking.
Is what you win.
Now we're talking.
It's very. It's probably a lead paint based.
Oh yeah.
Product. I think the bag of 6 cost like $4, but I still have 5 of them because I'm pretty good at list casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it's my podcast.
Absolutely.
I win a lot.
Absolutely.
But Zach Yates. Did he get in? Yes, he did.
I believe he did. Zach Yates.
Zach Yates and then Jennifer Fendelander on the backup if Zach Yates vanishes. So Zach gets to do our save. Let's get started, shall we?
Let's do it.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first if you don't mind.
Go for it.
I'm going to start with the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Very nice.
I thought that the movie didn't have maybe the gravity of the original, but it's just a damn fun horror movie, and they did a really good job. It kept you on the edge of your seat. They were totally milking 28 Days Later fever. It came hot on the heels of that.
for
People
sure.
were like, okay, running zombies, yeah, we're in.
Yeah.
You know, and they did a damn good job. They did end it with some new metal, which was deeply unfortunate. They did end it with Down with the Sickness.
Oh.
Which, no, I don't need to leave the theater with that playing.
No.
But that's the really main crime of it. But it's fun. They did a great job. It's a very claustrophobic idea of being
in a shopping mall.
Yeah, being trapped
Right.
in and they did a fine job.
And they broke it up with. Am I allowed to interrupt?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, I love like the subtle, not subtle, but like every once in a while they break it up with some comedy. You know,
Yes,
like in the elevator with
as
Air
did the
Supply.
original.
Yeah.
And the original I adore. The original, there's like so many different cuts of the original. Like in Europe, they took out all of the comedy and made it straight action horror. And that's the release that went out over there. You know, but they stayed pretty true to the vibe of the original, and I thought it was a great remake. You know, probably at the zenith of like that zombie fever. You know, but they did a great fucking job. It's a great movie. It holds up.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. It's a good pick, John.
So, do you want to go next, Adam, or do you want to put it over to this fella?
Aaron,
Hey.
you go next. I'm coughing to death
Oh, he's
over here.
spitting up.
Yeah, I'm throwing up. Sorry.
Such a good pick. I'm going to go hard in the paint with Batman Begins.
Wow.
Batman Begins, I mean, you could argue that Batman Begins started the whole superhero fever that we had, 2005, and it went from there. They made it dark, real. It was the beginning of the gritty reboot season.
Yeah.
And I love that movie so much. It's just perfect hero's journey. Hamlet, Buddha, I will watch that movie anytime it's on. I don't watch TV, but if I'm flipping through TV and it's on, I'm finishing that movie. Even if it's TNT and they edit and they got commercial, I'm watching it from beginning to end. That movie makes me feel so good. It's inspirational to me. And I mean, peak Christian Bale.
Absolutely.
I will say Batman Begins because of not only how good it is, just by the numbers and what it did for movies afterwards.
Yeah, I think a great part about that is showing that he also sucks at being Batman.
Yeah, he's falling off a rooftop.
He's fucking up, and then also that he has to go away. He's not just like the rich kid in the basement becoming Batman. It's like, no, dude, you got to go fucking live hard for a minute.
Yeah.
You gotta do the 7 years
So
until
and that all takes time, but it pays off so well.
yeah, they do the slow burn. He doesn't say he doesn't become Batman or say anything about it until like 44 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
And then bouncing, just like Nolan always does in all his movies, bouncing back and forth with time,
Right.
and really showing him as a fucking maniac. He
Yeah.
is a dude who likes getting beat up. You know, he's was that a masochist?
Yeah.
Also a sadist. The swear to me stuff, the training montage. I can't say enough about that movie. So Batman Begins is
Yeah, it does. It leans into pretty much dealing with him being a maniac.
yeah.
You know, which is underplayed.
My anger outweighs my guilt. Oh, dude, come on. And
What?
He has to.
Oh, it's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I am admittedly, this is not a good pick for my first one.
Good.
I mean, it's a good pick. I stand by it, but it's going to get voted off, or if it makes it through to the final 10, no one's going to vote for it. That is the House of Wax remake, which is a movie that I think suffered a lot from having Paris Hilton in the cast. And I don't say that because it's a bad movie and that she was bad in it. Like, she's fine. She's
A lot of people speak up for that movie.
yeah, she's any horror movie character or actor.
Yeah.
Like there's no distinguishing difference. It's just Paris Hilton.
Sure.
But the movie itself, it's a very loose remake of the original, which is good because the original is like a 1950s Vincent Price movie.
Yeah.
And you don't want a shot-for-shot remake of that bullshit. Like, even if it was great in the 50s, it's not going to scare you now.
Sure.
And the House of Wax remake is more like a traditional, almost kind of slasher flick, but it's just so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's such a fun movie to watch. Paris Hilton isn't bad in it. You also get to watch her take a drill to the head
Yeah.
if you really hate her a lot. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And I know it's not long for this world when it comes to this episode, but I stand by it. Everyone go check out the House of Wax remake.
Yeah, I'll defend anything with Alicia Cuthbert in it.
She's
There you
great.
go.
Oh, good lord. Girl Next Door, 24,
24.
and House of Wax, the Holy
Like,
Trinity.
speaking of inspiring, that plot line in season 2 of 24 where she's kidnapped by that cougar.
Oh,
And like, God, that was fucking stupid. Like, they just really wanted to keep her on that series. And they were like, how can we bring her back for season 2?
Yeah.
Have a mountain lion strand her somewhere in Los Angeles. Okay. So yeah, the House of Wax remake.
good choice.
That's my first pick.
Very nice.
John.
I'm gonna go back to the Planet of the Apes.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
The new series is so fucking good, and I feel like the original is like, okay, check it out. What if this happened? And I think we've become such a society acclimatized the idea of the end of the world that we were like, okay, but really, you know, what if there is like the next step in evolution to take over from the disasters we've created? You
Yeah.
know? And they dialed into it in a very earnest, heartfelt way, a la Batman Begins, where they're
Yes.
like, okay, let's take a serious look about how this could possibly happen.
Right.
And they really go for it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's great. Like, I think they're fantastic.
Yeah, I think they're all great. I mean, and it's one of those, you know, people shit on James Franco. Thought he was great in the movie. I really believe
Yeah.
he loved that fucking monkey.
Yeah, absolutely.
John Lithgow, I mean, the whole like Alzheimer's
Yes.
backstory, and then explaining how, you know, when you think about Planet of the Apes, you're like, well, how did they turn into fucking idiots, and why are there no people left? Well, the whole simian flu thing, explaining how it killed so many people. And
Yes, that we basically kill ourselves, I think, is a sweet point of it, as opposed to just being outdone by these apes.
Right.
But it's basically, I mean, showing especially that we create the apes, but they're just like, fucking leave us alone.
yeah,
Let us hang out in the
Yeah,
redwoods.
yeah.
And
we still can't.
and we're still like,
Yeah.
but now, like, because we suck.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's so good. And yeah, I do believe like the virus thing was great as far as like the apes being like, whoa, that's your business. Like, this is all your mess.
yeah.
You know what I mean? The only reason I'm talking is because of you.
Yeah, we were content throwing our shit around. Now we got to start thinking
Yeah.
about what it means to be a sentient being, etc.
Right.
And the effects are so great in that. Like
Yeah.
that
Andy
that-
Serkis.
Yeah. Oh, I got in so much trouble. I went to a press event for the first Planet of the Apes movie for a website I was working for, and they showed us video of Andy Serkis wearing the motion capture rig
Yeah.
that he wore to play Caesar. And they were like, no pictures, absolutely no pictures. And I was like, I'm going to take one picture. And then I posted it on Facebook. And they were like, take that down. We will sue you.
Wow.
And take back the money we gave. I got paid for it. And they were like, well, take your money back.
Damn.
Take that fucking picture down. But it was so cool to see it like happen.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And, to be able to see that kind of behind the scenes shit. And I think this is a movie that kind of also, like with Batman Begins, where the characters in it, when you watch the older versions, it's supposed to be kind of like with Batman, it's like an action thing. With Planet of the Apes, they're supposed to kind of be scary, but they look silly, sort of.
Yeah.
And both of these movies really updated those characters and made them look cool and scary. Like, the apes in Planet of the Apes are so insanely well done.
Yeah.
Like, in the battle scenes are fucking crazy. That Golden Gate Bridge battle scene.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And I mean, also the idea that once they are, of human intelligence, they're still the ones that are wise, and they're still the ones that are sinister and conniving.
Yeah, they're the ones with humanity.
Yeah, and like, it's still a mess.
Yeah.
And Caesar still has to pull it all together. So it's like there's just drama on so many sides of it.
Yeah, because Caesar is still tied to humanity through his love for James Franco.
Exactly. He's still basically on our side.
Yeah, he's his father's son.
Even though we've done everything to alienate him,
Yeah. They've got to give Andy Serkis like a lifetime achievement Oscar or something for everything this guy's done.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He brings these not inanimate, but like totally inhuman characters to life, and you dude, I almost cried in that movie.
Yeah.
To an ape.
Damn dirty ape.
Damn dirty ape.
So yeah, that's my pick.
That's a good pick.
Planet of the Apes reboot.
I'm gonna piggyback off of your Planet of the Apes. Way to go!
Hey, turn your phone off.
Dear
I'm
God.
gonna piggyback off your Planet of the Apes, and this is much to the dismay of Jeff May. I am going with 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys is a remake of a French new wave movie called La Jetée, and it's told through basically pictures. Most of it is just pictures shown on the screen with a background narration or voiceover rather.
From when?
Like 55 or something like
Wow.
1960 or something like that, and it is about a guy going back in time to stop some disaster from happening, but he keeps having this vision of a kid running along a jetty, and Terry Gilliam took that and made it this weird dystopic, end of the world, Bruce Willis, Brad Pitt vehicle that's just so weird.
Yeah.
That I have to give it my spot, a spot on the list, because Brad Pitt got nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis doing, not an action movie. He's playing a weird, vulnerable idiot. He's a prisoner.
Yeah.
And he gets sent back in time to do all this.
Yeah, that was like that era too, where it was like Usual Suspects, 7, 12 Monkeys, and you just had like these great original movies right at the same time, around like 96 or 7 or
I don't know what year it was.
whatever. But God, man, there was so many fucking good movies like that where you're like, have you seen this fucking thing?
Yeah.
And like you can't even begin to explain it.
Oh, when people talked about it, I mean, let's say 95, 96, I was in 5th or 6th grade, and people are talking about this movie.
Yeah.
And then I finally saw it, and it blew. And he goes back in time, and then he gets back forward to his home time. No, you didn't do it right. You got to go back.
Yeah.
You got to go back again, and then that whole like grandfather paradox of being sent back in time is what actually creates the dystopia that you're in.
Right.
Right, because he keeps talking about the Army of the 12 Monkeys, the Army of the 12 Monkeys, and that's what gives Brad Pitt the idea, like, with this crazy guy, he's like, Army of the 12 Monkeys.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that aspect of it, and a remake is good when you don't even know that it's a remake.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I had
You don't
no
think about
idea
the
that was a
original.
remake.
Yeah.
It's a great pick.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Oh,
what was
Jeff.
Jeff's problem with it?
That it wasn't Dread.
Oh, I thought of I just
That's so nerdy.
I haven't seen Dread. Otherwise, I was gonna
dope.
pick Dread just
But I hear Dread is just the
on
rage.
Jeff's behalf.
Yeah, but it's good.
Sure, but yeah.
It's good. It's Alex Garland who did The Beach and Sunshine and Ex Machina.
Well, I haven't seen it, but I mean,
It's
people
cool.
basically told me like, yeah, it's The Raid.
It's The Raid, but also with like Batman, because Carl
Sure.
Urban, he's wearing the dread helmet mask the whole time, and he's just an asshole.
Right.
So it's very like Batman comic booky. Like, don't talk to me. You're a nobody.
Shut up, idiot.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, 12 Monkeys. That's a good pick.
Thank you.
My next pick, this one I hope does a little better than the House of Wax remake. It's not dissimilar in tone. I'm going to go with Rob Zombie's Halloween reboot.
Great.
I haven't seen it.
The first one, the disappointing thing about it to me is that he didn't stop at the first movie like he kind of always promised he would. And he made a second one that's not that great. But that first Rob Zombie Halloween movie is, in my opinion, one of, if not the best Halloween movie. It's so fucking well done. The story is laid out. You get more backstory about Michael Myers. Like, you see more of what kind of motivated him and his relationship with his mother. And it's just so dark and so well executed as far as horror remakes go. And the only drawback to me is that he didn't stop, because he ended that first movie so fucking perfectly. And when it came out, he was like, this is how Halloween should have been. It should have been one movie and I'm fucking end it here. And then he made a second one, and it's like, yeah, it's fine. But that first Halloween movie, like, I don't know if you're familiar with Rob Zombie movies in general, but
I kind of am.
yeah.
House of a Thousand Corpses.
House of a Thousand Corpses is great.
That witch movie was fucking great.
Yeah, is it Lords of Salem? I think
believe
it's
so.
called. Yeah.
That was great.
I didn't
and-
see that one.
Very Kubricky.
Yeah.
And like shooting, like yeah.
Yeah, how crazy like that Rob Zombie I'm not gonna say comes out of nowhere to do movies.
He kind of comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean he's
Yeah,
the
a
guy.
little bit.
He's the guy who makes the crazy Dragula song, but he comes and hits it hard with what is it? House of a Thousand Corpses, and what's the other one that's kind of a
Devil's Rejects
Devil's
is-
The
Rejects.
Devil's
Great.
Rejects is amazing.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's so good. The guy has an undeniable artistic talent and eye, and I think that Halloween's a great choice.
Yeah. It's just all that applied to a Halloween movie. It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
So that's my pick.
It's a good one.
That's a great one. I'm going to stay on the. I mean, I got a lot of dark stuff.
You are a dark human.
The Ring.
Ah.
The Ring 2002. I mean, I don't think we would say of the 2000s, of the naughties as they're called.
Meow.
There's any way that The Ring is not in the top 5 American horror movies of that entire decade.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of everybody. It was terrifying.
When she comes out of the fucking TV, dude.
I think the reveal in the movie where like they have the false ending of like, oh, we freed her spirit from the well, and the kid is like, no, you don't get it. She doesn't sleep, and you're like, oh fuck, like now she's
Put her back in the well.
Now she's on the
Yeah.
loose, kind of thing. Like we made it worse. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, just that whole thing was great. It did need to be remade for American audiences because there was just no way American audiences were going to watch a subtitled movie.
For sure. Yeah.
And they did a fucking bang up job of it. They did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And then we had, scary little girl horror movies for like the next 7 years,
Yeah.
and a litany of Japanese remakes that were solely due to the success of The Ring.
Dark
The Grudge.
Water.
The Grudge and Dark Water.
Yeah, I forgot about Dark Water. That was a weird one.
Yeah, and then they all had sequels.
Yeah.
So there was just so many. Naomi Watts is fucking fantastic. It's one of the best horror movies of the last 20 years, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good pick, John.
Thank you.
I approve. And I am going to, again, piggyback off what you're saying, because this next movie is also a remake of an Asian motion picture, and that's The Departed.
Ah.
Departed is a remake of Infernal Affairs.
I have never seen Infernal Affairs, but
It's good. It's really good, but
What
The
a terrible
Departed...
title.
Yeah, that is a cheesy fucking title.
These infernal affairs, fuck me running.
Well, I thought when I first read it, I thought it was Internal Affairs, but no, it's Infernal Affairs. But there's something lost in translation.
They have an Asian accent.
Well, I don't know what the actual. Jesus. I don't know what the actual work. I don't know what the title is in Korean.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a Korean or a Japanese movie.
Nobody knows. Sure. Nobody actually knows.
Yeah, to this day.
All those movies look the same to me.
That's why it's so infernal. So The Departed, I mean, the way even the director, I want to say it's the director of Infernal Affairs said The Departed is better. It's neater. They involve more. There's that symmetry. It's a guy who's in the mob infiltrating the police, and a guy who's a police cadet infiltrating the mob. But in The Departed, they also tie together Captain Queenan, or whatever his name is, and Costello, and they have a backstory because they also grew up in the same neighborhood, and that's not in the original. And they also trim up some of the fat with there's this weird Morse code kind of not backstory, but plot element that's cut out of it because it's totally unnecessary. And the fact that they have the dudes falling in love with the same woman. Get out of here. Vera Farmiga and they're playing Pink Floyd. Dude, that movie is so fucking good. That is peak Leo and maybe even peak Scorsese to me. I love that movie.
I think it's a great movie. I thought it shouldn't have been the first thing Scorsese got an Oscar for sure.
That was a hey, we should have given you this
sorry about that earlier. Yeah. I think that's an incredible movie. I do think that the best thing about that movie is showing in the best way possible the fucking tension of being an informer.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just living this huge lie and then going back to your shitty apartment and just being like, oh my god.
One Valium? Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
And
me to
also,
shoot myself in the fucking head?
Yeah, and really understanding that the cops don't care about you. They show that so well.
Yeah.
They're
for sure.
They're like, fucking whatever.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg in it. You Ace Curtain Irish motherfucker. You two different fucking people, aren't you? They're just He's just a no one. He's a ghost, and they prove it at the end. They delete him from the computer.
Yeah.
Oh god, and the ending to that movie, I think that's my next choice is The Departed.
Great job.
And fun side note, that pick would actually make Jeff's girlfriend Raquel very angry.
Why is that?
Because we just did a best cop movies list cast, and she picked Infernal Affairs and talked a lot about how much it's better than The Departed.
And she's dating a guy from Boston.
Correct.
They're still together after that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe I haven't seen Infernal Affairs.
Yeah, I've never seen Infernal Affairs, so I can't really say.
Dear
but
God,
The Departed
the title
is really fucking great, though.
Yeah. But also, I mean, making about, what's his name? Making it more based on the guy from Boston. What's his name?
Whitey Bulger.
Whitey Bulger.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah.
Santa Monica Zone.
I mean, that's just a whole fucking... That guy is then an informer for the FBI? Like, what a brilliant... Yeah. I mean, that is just so great that everybody's a piece of shit.
Everyone sucks, and then it has this Shakespearean ending where, in the last 10 minutes, everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Everyone fucking dies, but you do have that kind of just desserts at the end when Marky Mark shoots that guy in the face.
Right in the goddamn face.
It's great.
Yeah.
Shitty haircut aside, he does shoot Matt Damon in the face, and that's great.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Everybody.
great shocking violence in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, Leo's death is so shocking. Sheen's death is so shocking.
And that he had another informant in the state police.
Yeah.
The climax is so perfectly executed, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And then as he does, he ties it all together with "Gimme Shelter" or something with.
That's a good pick. My next pick, I'm gonna go with True Grit.
Great.
Didn't see it.
Which it's so good. I actually saw it in theaters because I heard such good things about it, and I am not even remotely a fan of Westerns.
Yeah.
I couldn't give less of a fuck about whether the original is good or not because it's got John Wayne in it, and
So it's probably bad.
yeah, I just don't give a shit about John Wayne movies. There is no reason I would ever seek out the original version of True Grit. I'm sure it's super racist. Like I'm sure there's massive problems with it.
Yeah.
But I heard such good things about the remake that I actually went and saw it in theaters, and it's so fucking riveting.
Yeah.
Like just from beginning to end, it's just such a damn good movie. Haley Steinfeld won an Oscar at I think 14 for her role in that movie.
I know she was certainly nominated. But
Yeah, I think she won, didn't she?
Wow.
I don't. Yeah, maybe she was just
But
nominated.
maybe she won.
Who knows?
She was great in it. She is.
Yeah,
a great
she's
actress.
great. Yeah, I think you're right. She might have just been nominated.
And it's one of those movies. I love these types of movies where they pair like a misanthropic adult with a precocious kid. I love those movies.
Yeah.
Where the adult learns as much from the kid as the kid learns as much from the adult. I mean, Logan is that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very similar to Logan.
Jeff Bridges is amazing in it.
Yeah.
Like he really nails that role, and it's such a like emotionally, it's such a good movie. Like it's just fun to watch. It like you want to cheer, like it makes you want to cheer for Jeff Bridges, even though he's this like kind of shitty guy. He's not the best guy, but just that journey they go on kind of proves him to be like this,
Not a monster.
yeah. And it's just so well done. Everyone go watch the True Grit remake.
And also Matt
God
Damon.
damn.
is in
Coen
that,
Brothers,
too.
right?
Yeah, Matt Damon's in that. He's great. Yeah, I think it is a Coen Brothers movie.
God bless him.
So good.
Great choice, Adam.
Thanks. So yeah, that's my pick.
What
True
kind of
Grit.
bullshit do you have, John?
Yeah.
Let's see. I am going to go ahead and say Cape Fear. Cape Fear
Nice.
is a remake of a brilliant movie. Okay. The original is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gregory Peck?
Yes.
Yep.
And Robert
Mitchum?
Mitchum.
Yeah.
And they both get roles in the remake. Okay. One is a judge and one is like a lawyer. So it's great the way they slip those guys in. And like, you forget, I mean, Juliette Lewis? Oh my God. Her acting in that movie, the scenes with just her and De Niro, like, they really pull the best out of each other.
Oh, he's sticking his fingers in her mouth and stuff.
Oh my God. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And then they do like this cool little thing where they sneak another thing from another Robert Mitchum villain movie, which is The Night of the Hunter, where he's got love and hate on his knuckles.
Yeah.
And they
Oh,
just
wow.
throw that in there. Because in that movie, he plays a preacher that's going town to town, marrying widows, killing them, stealing their money, and moving on to the next town.
my God.
And he's talking about
Yeah.
and loves fighting the hate and hates fighting the love. Like, that's part of his preaching shit. So they throw that in. The first time you see it is when he's working out in prison. So, like, if you knew that when you saw the remake when it came out, like in 1990 or 91 or whatever, you were like, fuck yeah, that is dope. But, I mean, it's just, it's incredible.
Was Ileana Douglas in that too?
Yeah.
Doesn't he bite her or something?
Yeah,
It was a weird, fucked up scene.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe he like rapes
Yeah,
her,
yeah.
and they just did a great job of that whole thing of the lawyer that's like, I know this guy's a scumbag, and I'm just not going to do everything, and then like that guy coming back for revenge, and it's the height of De Niro.
Yeah.
De Niro at his peak.
Yeah.
And I can't say enough about Juliette Lewis's performance in
Yeah.
that. It's just incredible. It's so tense, and I
Yeah.
think people would say it lives up to, if not exceeds, the original.
Yeah, I think
it's better than the original.
Yeah,
Just because, like,
Just
De
because it's in
Niro is-
color.
It's in, yeah, in like color always fucking helps for
Yeah.
me. But De Niro especially is just so, that performance in that movie is so fucking terrifying.
yeah.
Like, and you're right, like tense is the perfect word for that. Like that whole movie, you're just like,
What's he gonna do?
yeah, and it's like you want it to be over kind of, but you also just want the movie to keep going.
Yeah,
But
and
it's
I
like-
mean, you bought the accent and everything.
Yeah.
Counselor,
Yeah.
counselor, you like that shit. Like it was scary, man.
Yeah. That's a good pick.
That is a very good pick.
God
Thank
damn it.
you.
God damn you, John.
All
Aaron, what do you got next?
My next pick is sure to please many people, especially Jeff May.
He's always hovering above us somehow.
Yes. A list-cast angel.
This is John Carpenter's The Thing.
Nice.
Again, this is one of those where, like, if you don't even think about the original, the remake did something good.
Yeah.
Another tense fucking movie. It could be anybody, and it is very kind of like Twilight Zone-y in that the team just starts to cannibalize themselves with the thought
Fear.
that anybody could be this thing, and I mean the scene where they're strapped into the chairs and
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of the most tense scenes
it's
ever.
one of the best scenes in movie history for me. And Kurt Russell, that guy's never failed, and I mean, maybe Guardians too, but it's the beginning of the movie is like a what the fuck moment. Why are they what is this helicopter? Why are they shooting at this dog? And it puts you on your heels at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then it spawned that kind of prequel movie, which was actually pretty good too, with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, which was the story of the Swiss or Norwegian explorer team, which then ends with them chasing the dog.
Right.
Yeah, that movie. The effects.
Yeah.
All those practical effects were spectacular. I don't think I've still seen anything as good in a horror movie than those practical effects.
Yeah, and I think everybody misses those dirty real effects from like the height of 80s horror, and that movie is the most emblematic of that.
Yeah, Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say enough about The Thing. I say that when I don't have anything.
That's a good pick. My next pick, I feel like this might be the only comedy on anyone's list. Probably sort of an unconventional pick. I'm going with Freaky Friday, the 2003 version. Low-key one of Jamie Lee Curtis's best performances.
Really?
She is a delight in the Freaky Friday remake.
She plays the teenager,
Well, yeah, she plays the teenager role when the bodies switch.
Right.
But also Lindsay Lohan's really great in it. Like there was a time there where Lindsay Lohan was just
Absolutely.
a really good actress.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Before she really like up until Mean Girls and shit like that. And this was kind of her breakthrough role, a role that was originally written to be a goth. And young ass Lindsay Lohan shows up to the audition in preppy attire because she's like, I think this is what the character needs. And they fucking rewrote the character for her.
No shit.
Yeah. So she's great in it. Jamie Lee Curtis, their interaction is fucking perfect. It is such a legitimately great movie. And I think it's just head and shoulders above the original.
Yeah.
And there's like a TV movie remake, but fuck that bullshit.
and there was also Vice Versa with Judge Reinhold and
Oh, yeah.
Fred Savage.
And 17 again with
Right.
Matthew Perry and Zac Efron, which is actually also pretty good.
Yeah, there's some pretty like adult moments in that movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's nice, but yeah, that brought Lindsay Lohan. I mean, that was a star. That was a star-making movie for her.
Yeah, she. I mean, not to put too fine a point on it, but she did win Breakthrough Performance at the MTV Movie Awards
Hell
that
yeah.
year. So
Spaceman statue.
Yeah,
Whoops.
exactly. Jamie Lee Curtis got nominated for a Golden Globe for
Nice.
her performance in fucking Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's great in it. It's really good. Everyone go watch the Freaky Friday remake.
She's gonna be, to bring it back, she's gonna be in the next Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as her original character.
Nice.
Yeah, and fucking Sarah Connor's coming back
Sarah
and shit.
Connor. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Linda Hamilton.
Yeah. Is coming back as Sarah Connor.
Yeah, just get it right.
Jesus.
Come on, John, please.
So yeah, Freaky Friday. That's my penultimate pick. John, what's your last pick?
My final pick is The Hills Have Eyes.
Wow, yes.
Okay, so I saw the original very late in the game for a person that is pretty into horror movies, and the scene, I mean, the 20 minutes I think where most of that family gets wiped out, I felt like I got punched in the stomach and was ready to throw up. And they recreated that in the remake very, very, very well. And they also added that whole like nuclear fallout thing or whatever. Instead of making them just be like inbred cannibals, it was like they were like mutants.
Right.
So it's kind of like adding this thing about like what man creates that comes back to haunt him and all that kind of shit. But for the most part, it's just it's from the guy that did High Tension, the director.
Who's that?
He's a French guy. And then he did Piranha 3D and stuff. But this
I
that's a
almost
recent
put Piranha 3D
Piranha
on my
3D
list.
is a great
That's
fucking
a really
movie.
great remake. Yeah.
And he just and it was Piranha 3D is the first time you see him go like fun, campy.
Yeah.
But before that, he did nothing but dead serious. This isn't a joke. We're not going to fall back on like, oh, it's supposed to be funny. He's like, no, I'm trying to scare the fucking shit out of you.
Yeah.
And he held on to that in the Hills Have Eyes remake. And it's gory, it's terrifying, and he stays very faithful to the original while doing his own thing with it. But the pacing stays very much the same. I thought it was brilliant. I was in the theater, almost just me and my girlfriend at the time, in Florida, and in the middle of the movie, this extremely old couple sneaks in. Okay, like after they saw whatever the fuck they saw. And they sneak in, sit directly behind us in like an empty theater. And they sit down, and I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes. And it's like somebody takes an axe to the head, splits open brains, shit falling everywhere, and this ancient man behind me cracks up laughing. and then I can't stop laughing at his laughing, but I know that like I shouldn't be laughing at him, so I'm like holding it in, shaking. So it's just like an added little theater bonus. But it was, I mean, it's terrifying, it's gory, it's gross, adding all of that, abandoned New Mexican village because of and all the towns that they set up with dummies and dolls to see what would happen in the event of a nuclear attack. Just so adds creepy. All of this creepiness to it. Yeah. And it also adds this thing of like,
morality tale.
Based on your thing, who's a mannequin, who's a real person?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it adds this extra dimension of like, oh fuck, oh I hope that's a mannequin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Faces melted and shit.
Yeah. So that's my final pick.
That's a good pick.
Thank you. Alexander Aja is his name. AJA is how you spell his last name.
Asia, like the Steely Dan album.
Yeah, the Steely Dan album. Yeah, I had a similar thing happen to me in a movie once. I was at School of Rock, the Jack Black comedy, and maybe 10 minutes left in the movie. These two teens fucking sneak in, obviously, and come sit. I'm with a friend of mine, a guy named Junior, who killed himself recently. Rest in peace, Junior. But they sit right in front of us. And Junior was a fucking redneck. Like, he wore motorcycle boots. He was fucking redneck as shit. And these two teens sit in front of us and start talking loud as fuck with like 10 minutes left in the movie.
Oh, my God.
And Junior sits back, and I'm like, oh, he's going to go tell a manager or something. He kicks the back of the seat in front of him so fucking hard and goes, shut the fuck up. I was scared. Like,
in such a heartwarming
shut
movie.
up. I was like, oh my fuck. Everybody shut up. Junior's mad.
Junior's on one.
Jack Black's bonding with these kids, asshole.
I'm trying to get touched right now.
I wonder if that's a tactic for people who sneak in. They're like, sit by someone so the people will think you're all together, and like,
right.
Could be. Because that's weird that happened to me too. People snuck in and sat right in front of us.
Yeah, I had several people that sounded like they're from Poland or something, and so there was one person that knew English. So this one person is translating for like the other five in the row, like directly behind.
Yeah, what movie?
And we're all going to see. I believe it was 28 Days Later.
Oh wow!
And I was and my friend
just screaming
and
in
my
Polish.
friend Michelle turns around and just goes, "Hey, can you shut up?" And then they translated shutting up for all of them.
Oh, yes. Did they shut up?
They did. They shut the fuck up.
Nice.
I bet those kids shut up too, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They must have been terrified.
They were, yeah, it was like a shutdown kind like they looked like robots that got turned off. They just like fell and slumped over like, okay, we're not even here anymore. was great. All right, Aaron, what's your last pick?
This was I had a few that I was kind of wrestling with here, but
Oh, it's gonna suck, huh?
dude, fuck you, dude. I've been gushing over this movie lately, and I can't stop. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie. You've got Michael Keaton, little homage to Birdman-esque kind of thing. It's the only Marvel movie that's got a villain that you give a shit about.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is a fucking vision. He's gonna be the glue that holds the entire cinematic universe together for Marvel for the next, 20 years, I hope. I want to see this kid grow up. He does his own stunts. He's so endearing. His scene in Civil War makes me want to cry every time I see it because it's so genuine.
Talking about Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the bad things happen and you don't do anything to stop it, it's because of you. It's funny. It's like a John Hughes movie. It's
very fun.
It's
very,
fun.
very, very fun, and it also is not taking itself too seriously. They skip the origin, thank God.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And they all look and talk like high schoolers. It's not 29-year-olds playing high schoolers, and they're all. I mean, they're in Queens, so like it's not all a bunch of 30-year-old white people in high school.
Right, yeah.
And
also staying true to the comics in that way of oftentimes in the comic books it'd be like, oh yeah, fucking Sandman, poor guy.
Yeah.
The Vulture, poor guy. You know what I mean? Like it's like they would
humanize him.
Yeah, I mean there's so much guilt and empathy in those books, and they stuck with that really well in that new movie.
Yeah, and they tie it into the whole the Battle of New York, and that's why he's the Vulture. And they both have this ethos of I'm fighting for the little guy.
Right.
Spider-Man says that in Civil War, and in the beginning of Homecoming, Michael Keaton says, what about I'm just a little guy. We got to look out for the little guy. Right. And then that twist where it kind of brings those characters together. I mean, I want to go see it again.
Yeah.
And I will watch any time this guy is in a movie as Spider-Man. I'm gonna watch it. So and it makes me forget about Andrew. I mean, I never really thought about Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire. I mean, for a while, Spider-Man 2 was the gold standard of superhero movies.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man: Homecoming just makes me forget about him.
Mm-hmm.
So, Spider-Man: Homecoming. I'm looking forward to the rest of it. As Tony Stark becomes a 60-year-old man soon.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna be the crux of the whole universe. So.
Nice. That's
Thanks.
Good pick. For my last pick, fucking movies from the 70s never goddamn do well. And it's a shame because I think this is one of the best remakes of all time. And that is Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
Donald
Sutherland. Just such a creepy, unsettling movie.
He is magnificent.
He's fantastic in it.
Nobody, I think, can terrify me with just behavior the way he can.
Yeah.
He plays a lot of psychos, and like just those piercing blue eyes of his and like that.
A ghoulish face.
Oh my God, he is so scary.
I saw him just out walking around a few weeks ago. And he was just walking to an ATM, like looking for an ATM. And I could tell he was like looking around, like confused. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, that's Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Like it was the one, like I'm in LA. I fucking see, everyone sees celebrities all the goddamn time. And that's the one time I was like, I need to get this picture, don't I? But I didn't do it. I didn't do it. But and just even then, like at one point I was walking away and I looked back. And like we locked eyes a little, and I was like, "Fuck, Donald Sutherland saw me." Yeah, he's amazing in it. Jeff Goldblum is in it.
Yeah,
a young-ish Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah,
there's another big star in that movie too.
Leonard Nimoy. Is in it.
There you go.
Leonard goddamn Nimoy.
Yeah.
It's a remake of a 1956 movie, which is also pretty good.
Yeah, and very much like Red Scare influence.
Yeah,
it could be anybody.
Yeah, there's definitely undertones of that in this movie also, but it's more like the COINTELPRO kind of the
Yeah.
government watching you sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because that was a huge scandal.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Watergate and all that shit happened around that same time. Well, at least that decade. Because this
Yeah.
came out, I think, 79.
Well, and it's got that same tension from The Thing, where it's
Yeah.
like, ugh, fuck, who is it? You know,
Yeah.
and it's great.
And my parents, God love them, they let me see all the movies when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like that, I did not. Me being born did not stop them from hitting the theaters.
Yeah.
So I have very vivid images from Invasion of the Body Snatchers in my head.
Yeah.
That I've had my entire since I was 3 or 4, because I feel like movies used to get re-released or something.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing Star Wars in the theater, and I was 2 when Star Wars came out.
Right.
They did a re-release of Star Wars in the 90s for the 20th anniversary.
Well, no,
or something.
That's when I saw them.
That's when I saw
this
them.
would have been before, right around the time of the second movie. And I think my mom explained it to me once that her job rented out a theater once for the employees around the time the second Star Wars came out and screened both of them, because that's back when they were like unions and
Yeah.
jobs were a thing that
Right.
having one still helped.
Yeah.
But it was but Invasion. So I saw Invasion of the Body Snatchers when I was really young, and I've just always been fascinated with that movie. If you've never seen it, it's creepy. But it gets so absurd in how creepy it is, where at some point you're just like, fucking calm down, people.
Right.
But you're thinking that when also aliens are literally replacing people in their sleep. So
Yeah.
maybe don't calm down. And it's like, that's that tension. It's like, it's so fucking well done.
Yeah, that remake, they just did so many good remakes of like The Thing, Invasion, the Blob remake.
Yeah.
Is fucking
The Blob
great.
remake is great. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
The House of Wax.
Yeah.
The Fly.
Yeah,
The Fly almost made the list too. Speaking
Yeah.
of Goldblum and Vincent
Yeah.
Price.
Yeah. That's a great pick though.
Yeah. So that's our list.
Now begins
That's
the
all
chaos.
15.
Oh no! Now we gotta
Now
kill our darling.
we fight. Let me just real quick make the list a little easier for everyone to see. And here we go. Who wants to cut first?
I went first. Aaron, you can cut first.
I'm gonna cut House of Wax.
That's understandable. You
Yeah, I don't know. Do I need to
motherfucker.
explain?
John Fahy, what do you want to cut?
I am going to cut. Let's see. See, I haven't seen a lot of yours, Adam, is my problem.
That's one of your problems.
That's one of my problems.
Yeah, that is your problem. Don't make it my problem.
Let's see.
Chop chop on the chop, John.
You're right. It is a chop chop. I'm going to cut.
Guys, if
True
you haven't-
Grit.
Oh.
Wow. Low blow.
I just haven't seen it. It's the only reason why.
Low
Yeah.
blow.
It's a great list. It's very hard to cut these.
It is a good list.
It is. It's a really good list. I am going to cut. I actually didn't like Spider-Man: Homecoming that much. Like, it was a fun movie, but it didn't.
It's
I
my
didn't-
weakest pick, but it's a guilty pleasure.
I just didn't come out of it. I don't know. I just didn't care. Like, it like you said, it was a lot like a John Hughes movie to me, and I liked that it was kind of a different feel and direction for a Spider-Man movie, but at the same time, I was like, it kind of barely feels like a Spider-Man movie. Like, it just, I don't know. It didn't come off as that memorable to me.
All right.
Fair.
I respect that choice.
So sorry.
You do
so
not,
sorry.
You
Fair.
do not apologize to me.
Aaron, you're up.
Let's see. I'm gonna cut. Yeah, I'm gonna cut Freaky Friday.
Wow.
I'm
It's a bloodbath right now.
Yeah, just I'm a vice versa guy. I like seeing Fred Savage drinking martinis in the middle of the day.
Who doesn't? That's a very fair point. John, it's your cut, right?
Yes. I am going to. I'm going to take out 12 Monkeys.
Okay, John.
Keep in mind, one of these can be saved.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but 12 Monkeys of that era, it didn't leave me with that. Like, I wasn't as blown away as everybody else was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it was novel and unique.
Yeah.
But it didn't, like, linger too much with me.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Fine.
Is it?
Well, you can't cut another one.
Oh, we only cut 2.
Oh fuck! I was gonna chop up all of John's.
I have one more.
God damn it!
Well, I do have some good news in that department.
Thank you.
Chopping
Adam.
one of mine.
Yeah, your shitty list.
This is going to be controversial, but I'm going to cut The Ring. I actually didn't like The Ring that much.
Fucking
That's
nice,
that's
dude.
totally fair.
Like it, I don't know. That's always been a movie that I think we did a list cast, I think, of overrated movies, and I think I might have put The Ring
Really?
on my list. Yeah. So that's our cuts. Zach Yates, what are you gonna save? Are you out there?
Zach, come on, dude.
Save something. So far, Zach has commented, "Oh shit" and "Oh god." I feel like we've made this very easy for him.
Yeah, he's probably.
Oh, he's freaking out. Zach, stay strong.
More like Freaky Friday now.
Whoa.
Am I right?
Whoa.
Thanks, everybody. Zach.
Oh,
True.
Oh, a lot of people
Grit.
speaking up for True Grit. I haven't seen it.
Well,
That's
dude,
a good save, I think.
Yeah.
Did he say it?
Yeah, he did.
He did? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was right there. Zach Yates saves True Grit.
Zach, thanks for sticking around, dude.
So we are going to put the poll up.
Leave it up to the people.
They deserve a voice.
It will be up in a matter of moments.
Oh, is that the Denver International Airport?
That sure is. DIA, home of Warhorse. So we're
Warhorse, another remake.
Warhorse?
I think it was a remake of a play or something.
It's a play. Yeah.
play about a warhorse.
Yeah.
So the poll is up now. How long should we leave this poll up? 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's do 3 minutes. We'll leave the poll up. While it's up, what's some stuff that almost made your list but didn't? For me, speaking of horror remakes, has everyone seen the Last House on the Left remake?
Yes.
Really good.
Yeah, I was gonna
Really good.
I was gonna say Last House on the Left, the original, which is a remake of an Ingmar Bergman.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is
wow.
an adaptation of like a 15th
An old
century
yeah.
morality tale.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was gonna say that almost made it. I never saw the remake of Last.
I didn't love it.
Really?
I didn't. Yeah, and I'm a
thought it was
massive
really good.
fan of the original.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
There is no Stephen King on the list, right?
Well, what
Man,
almost
these
made
people
my
are
list
whipped up
was
about True Grit.
It.
Oh, It. Yeah. See, I'm surprised It didn't make the list.
Yeah,
You can also
I
both-
didn't see it.
it's good, man.
You can also both go in and vote if you want.
Hell
Because
yeah.
you're-
Oh, I don't vote. I will vote. A lot of Batman Begins love.
Yeah. Batman
I mean, you
Begins is
can't.
doing well.
You can't deny it, dude. You can't.
Where do I find this? Unpops Live.
Are you a member?
Yeah, I added Aaron today,
Oh.
or he's been.
I'm new to this
Yeah.
everything.
Get off his back, John.
please.
Jesus.
You're. Boom,
We're about halfway through
dude.
at a minute and a half.
Batman Begins.
Give me a way to vote. Oh, Batman Begins is taking it from True Grit. This is very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Still, Adam gets 2 in the top 5. Hell yeah.
Well, there's still some time left. I am actually going going to vote against my own self-interest and throw a Planet of the Apes vote John's way.
It's a good vote.
Because
It's a good vote.
I feel strongly about
I am
that.
shocked how little love Cape Fear is getting. I thought that was my strongest
The Departed.
one.
The Departed, too.
Yeah.
And like I said, fucking 70s movies, no one... Listcast has a history of shitting on all my 70s picks. No one liked Marathon Man when we did spy movies, and Marathon Man's so fucking good. Fuck these people.
Yeah, I'm always fascinated by what the Unpops audience is down with. Sometimes there's those ones that, you know they're going to take it. Like, okay, Empire Strikes Back, when we did best sequels.
Yeah.
You know that's going to be...
Right.
number one or whatever. But, like, otherwise, you're always like, huh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right. We got 15 seconds left.
People get in there and vote. Do your duty.
Do your goddamn jobs.
Yeah.
Do what we pay you to do.
Yeah. And stop fucking around,
Stop
man.
Yeah, don't-
fucking around.
Get
Jesus.
your shit together. You're fucking up.
Yeah. You guys are fucking up right now.
We're
if you're not voting.
relying on you. We counted on you. All right, we're refreshing. Here are
Is this
the
it?
final results. Number 5, The Departed creeped into the top 5. Number 4, The Thing.
Dude, I'm all over this.
Interesting. Number 3, Dawn of the Dead.
I am shocked.
Good job, John.
Yeah.
I am shocked.
Number 2, True Grit.
Great job.
Good choice, America. And number 1, Aaron Pita wins with Batman Begins.
Thank you, everybody.
Take
You
your
got-
stupid trophy.
Dude, this is going straight up my butt.
I thought those 5 were so good that I picked, and I
Of course you did.
survived the elimination process rather well. Still got one in the top 5.
Yeah. Well, they're very safe, middle of the road. They're not like polarizing picks.
What?
Your picks. They weren't polarizing. So like people agree with them, but not enough to like vote for them.
Yeah, that's the thing, John.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you're like the Ralph Nader of
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Your whole analogy is so flawed.
dude. You're right,
But Ralph Nader's not polarizing? What are you talking about?
dude. I don't even know what polarizing means. My sunglasses are polarized.
True.
Yeah, it's just a sunglasses thing. I'm always assuming.
That was fun. That was a really good
That was
one.
a good one.
That was a lot of fun.
I think a good list cast would be most unnecessary remakes.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one too. Maybe we'll do that in the future. We got to do these every goddamn week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, cranking them out.
What are some of your favorite list casts that have been done?
We did movie soundtracks. That was, I think, maybe my first one. That was fantastic.
Movie soundtracks was fun. We did celebrities who get too much hate a couple weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
and that one was really interesting. We
Yeah.
might do a sequel to
Who
that.
who won, or like what celebrity?
Damn it, who did win? Oh, Obama.
Yeah.
He is a celebrity.
Yeah, well, it was like famous people,
Right.
just
Right.
in general, famous people who
Right.
get too much hate. I tried to get Barry Bonds on the list. Didn't fucking work. Backfired horribly.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Turned the audience against me.
Mm.
It's fine. Do we should wrap it up. Do we have anything? What do you have to plug before we get out of here?
We are putting the final touches on episode 3 of Profiles in Eccentricity on Saturday, and then we'll shove that off to you.
Very nice.
We're so excited about the podcast.
Oh yeah, we've got
We,
some bangers coming up.
Yeah, we got
It's
some
a
really,
fun-
really good ones.
It's a fun podcast. If people haven't listened to it, it's out on iTunes right now. Profiles in Eccentricity on
Yes.
the Unpops Network.
Yes,
Happy to be
and the Patreon and SoundCloud also, if iTunes is not convenient.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Please, subscribe and review.
Yes.
Reviews are very, very, very important because we'll get like the new and noteworthy
Yeah.
stuff, and so it makes it available to more people. And if you like hearing unbelievable true stories about people they don't ever tell you about in school,
Yeah.
Yeah.
listen to the show. The format is basically one of us will tell the other one about this person, this profile, with the other person having really no idea about it. And so we just get jazzed up on making the other party super jazzed up about.
Yeah, we get super nerdy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things in my life right now. So
Yeah.
please listen to it. they're going to stray all over the place. I mean, there'll be all kinds of different weirdos we talk about. So please listen and please support the Unpopular Opinion Network.
Yeah, please do that.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/unpops. You can subscribe to all of our podcasts. It's just $5 a month, you cheap sons of bitches.
Hell yeah.
Or you can-
$5. It's a
$5.
cold brew coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
A month
a month.
for endless entertainment.
So much. We put out so much.
Infotainment.
Yes.
Edutainment.
Yes.
I think that's the best way to put it. Yeah.
Adam, thank you for
It's a good way to
bringing me
fight
on
the
there.
tricknology.
Yeah.
Listen to the Unpops Network. Hey, thank you for doing it. I really appreciate it. Should we get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys for listening. I'm John
Thanks, everybody.
Fahy.
I am Aaron Pita.
And I'm Adam Todd Brown. Goodbye, everybody. We
Bye.
love you.
Good night.
All right. Say goodbye to the live stream. Bye.